everybody, it's Monday, so that means it's time for Movie Monday, and this week I'm actually doing last week's Movie Monday because I had my documentary ranking last week, and so anyway, we're talking about my favorite directors. Not in any kind of numerical order, these are just my 5 favorites. So let's get started. What I want to talk about is, of course, Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg has made such a variety of films that are excellent and entertaining, and he has made everything from Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan to your more pulpy, fun films like Jurassic Park and Raiders of the Lost Ark. He has very few complete misses on his resume. You have your Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and things like that, and Lost World are probably his 2 worst movies. There's a few I have not seen. I have not seen Terminal. I've not seen Always. There's a few in there, but for the most part, I've seen most of his movies, and I'm at least moderately entertained by all of them. And it's so hard to decide what is my favorite Steven Spielberg movie because they're all so entertaining, and they're so different. He just has such variety. Minority Report, and doing sci-fi and AI, and he's just amazing. Next director I want to talk about is Hayao Miyazaki. A lot of people forget that animated directors are directors just like anybody else, and he is just an incredible artist, an incredible visionary. His films are so beautiful, and he didn't, in my opinion, didn't make a bad movie. They're all just stunning and enjoyable on some level, and masterpieces on other levels, I think. And everything from Totoro to Princess Mononoke to Spirited Away to Wind Rises, all of them just amazing films. So he's one of my favorite directors ever. Then we have Alfred Hitchcock. He also, I don't think, ever really made a bad movie. They're all really beautifully shot, beautifully executed, and very entertaining thrillers. I'm not a big thriller horror person, but I will watch anything, any Hitchcock film I will watch. I'm still missing a few, but I've watched most of them because they're just so darn well made and so entertaining. You got everything from Psycho to Catch a Thief, which have very different tones and different styles. I love Notorious. I think that's actually really underrated. I actually participated in a blogger roundtable where we talked about our favorite Hitchcock movies, and I picked Notorious. I love Rear Window. I love Vertigo. So many great films. Next, I want to talk about Pete Docter, again, an animation director that doesn't sometimes get the credit that other directors get, but he hasn't made a bad movie. All of his movies have been amazing. And I mean, I love Up. It's my favorite movie. I love Inside Out. It's one of my favorite movies. I think, Monsters, Inc. is a really great movie, and he's just incredible, and I'm like salivating to find out what his next project will be. And he's just an incredibly thoughtful, creative person, and I'm just so impressed by him and his directing and so my last person I'm going to talk about is Richard Linklater. Richard Linklater is a great writer. He writes really human characters who feel authentic, like in Everybody Wants Some. These are characters that are very different from myself, but they feel like authentic, real characters that I know exist, and so I'm interested in following them around. You have Slacker, you have Dazed and Confused, you have the Before movies, which are so great, and the dialogue feels so authentic, and he's managed to shoot them as a director in a way that you feel like a fly on the wall. You feel like you're there, and he creates such human, intimate moments. And he also has like movies that people forget about, like The Bad News Bears. He has School of Rock. He has, not all of his movies are super artsy. And so sometimes I feel in the world of superheroes and stuff like that I need to have movies that feel human and feel authentic, and I think there's nobody who does that better than Richard Linklater. I mean, Boyhood is probably his masterpiece, but they're all so good. Boyhood, Dazed and Confused, the Before movies, just amazing to me. So that you feel like you're experiencing the life of a person, and that's a beautiful thing to experience. And whether it's a couple or a whole bunch of high school students in Dazed and Confused, or one boy growing up. Just beautiful to me. And so those are my 5 favorite directors. And so let me know what you think and of these directors, and what are your 5 favorite. Put in the comment section. Let's have a discussion. So thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!